But I want to talk to you guys. When you think about the idea of survival or like a survival mentality in your faith for people in your age, whether it's like high school or college, what does that look like? What do you see in Christians, young people, and they're just surviving their faith? What do you see? What do you think of?
I think this goes for kind of the secular world and also like people following Jesus. But the thing that I think of is just a constant cycle, well, not even cycle, just consistent trying to survive socially. And like that is just a big kind of mindset in our generation. So I don't know, that's what I think.
What does that mean?
Surviving socially?
What do you like? What do you literally see, or what gives off the vibe of someone's doing that?
Well, I think a big priority is, what people perceive you as. And I know it sounds, I feel like our generation talks about it and we know it's there, but we just constantly are like fueled by what we are perceived as. And I get into this trap as well, as a Christ follower. And I've like put my faith in Jesus, but it is a constant fight. But just specifically what it kind of looks like, I just think about, it's kind of easy to go to this, but just social media. And well, there's constant perception of like, oh, this is my Jesus time. And I feel like people publicize their faith, which I think is great. I think that is a way of showing your faith, but people can kind of get consumed in how they're perceived, and they're almost so caught up in trying to be different and countercultural that they're almost so cultural that they're losing what they're trying to be,
Yeah.
So
it's really good.
I don't know. That's really good. What I think.
Jael, the cool thing about the two of you, you have different personalities, like very different personalities, different backgrounds. So for you specifically, when you think of like a survival mentality in your faith, when you look around at your peers and people and are friends with, what do you see? What's a dominant feature of someone that's just surviving their faith?
Yeah, I think a lot of the times it becomes so self-focused, like the social media thing and like the I need to be accepted by everybody. I think it also becomes like I need to fuel myself, then make sure that I'm just making it to the next day and everything. And it also becomes like part of like survival season is that you're not self-aware that you're in a survival season. And I think that's what a lot of like culture, like you're right, they do recognize, they're like, oh, this is not a healthy thing that we're doing, but they kind of laugh it off and be like, but it's just part of us. Yeah. And they just accept it as a fact. And I feel like that's a really dangerous place to get in. And also like the whole, like, it's me focused. It's how can I make sure that I'm just surviving, that I'm living, like completely self-sufficient, even if you are a Christian, like completely self-sufficient from God, because either you don't think he's there or like he doesn't see you or it's just not enough. So you end up just making sure that you're okay. And it leads to a lot of like isolation